The following is a presentation of TFNN.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate all you tigers and tigresses out there growling and prowling with us. We have the Dow up 99 right now. Nasdaq up 31. S&Ps are up 9. We got gold off 10.50. Silver's up 8 cents. Platinum's down 6. Oil, man, oil up $1.64 at 104.11. Bonds are down 11 ticks. And you know what, folks? They can't keep King Dollar down. King Dollar is on the move, baby.
They cannot.
Cannot keep it down. So if we go over to the small caps, we'll give you a little jewel here, folks, right off the bat. You go over to the small caps, folks, bottom line is that all the small caps did on a 10-minute basis is come into the downdraft from the 12th. Bottom line, fills the gap. See ya. Don't want to be ya. That came in there this morning with, let's see. So we came into that with 4.5 million versus 6.9. Bottom line, this baby's coming all the way back downtown. Feed them. Feed them, man. Feed them that paper. Feed them that paper.
Look, you're absolutely right.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out.
You are. I mean, you know, this market has had every opportunity to try to bounce. Tried it yesterday.
Oh, yeah, man.
Okay, tried it yesterday, got sold off. Trying it again today, getting sold off. You know, every opportunity to push King Dollar down, buy all those euros out there.
Isn't that intense, man? Yeah. I'm telling you. You know, folks, I mean, you know, I'm bullish the dollar, but this is pretty intense, man. I mean, they can't get that dollar. Just they can't get it any lower. It's amazing watching this whole thing shake out, man.
No, it is, and you know, you just take a look at the euro, and the euro just does not want to get out of its way.
Oh,
you know, and it's doing just kind of the normal bounce that you would expect.
Yeah.
And the problem is there are so many ABC patterns out there on the euro.
Isn't there?
You know, on the way down.
No, I know.
You know,
seriously, man.
Yeah.
This is serious business, folks. You know, it's serious business for the folks in Europe. I'll tell you that, man. The euro is toast. You know, just it's going to be a matter of how the countries, you know, stop printing their own money again.
It's toast with your favorite cream cheese and grape jelly.
And jelly. No doubt about it, man. It's amazing. You know, but there's going to be a lot of bread to be made in between. There's actually even going to be more bread to be made. Not only in between it, after it, because you're going to have you know what's going to be here. It's going to be what country moves first.
As far as over in Europe,
yeah. What country moves first to get their own
moves first out of there? Out of
there.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. You know what is really wild here. If you don't think it's going to basically have some ramifications, folks, it's going to have huge ramifications.
Well, sure.
You know, and it's not just political. It's it's going to be who basically is going to survive.
Yeah. Yes.
Quickest.
Yeah. And they start thinking about their own country first.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you do, right? You protect your own.
It's just a no-brainer. Europe has taken themselves apart so many times anyway. It's insane. I mean, I don't know how the bank is actually, how they got them together, but they did. The bottom line, they got them in slavery.
Yeah.
That's what it really comes down to, too, by the way, folks, okay?
Yeah.
You know, controls in themselves. You know, if you look at the controlling atmosphere of just civilization.
Yeah.
I'm just,
for sure.
Civilization in general
doesn't work. Yeah, people want to bust out of it.
Exactly.
You know,
and it's always taken, though. You know, don't think for a second that you can get power and not take it.
Right.
But the people in power are never going to want to give it up. Okay?
Of course not. Hey, you know, you live with a good life.
Yeah, so what happened in Europe, in the context of it, you know, the old country versus the new country, United States, they've had those controls on for so long, they just kept squeezing, and then they finally got the whole deal going. Now, as they try to bust out of it, it's going to be kind of intense watching, you know, how can they bust out of it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's going to happen because economically it's going to happen, and it's going to be one shock after another shock.
Right.
Pretty wild.
Absolutely.
Oh, man, let me tell you. I'll tell you, it's wild. So last night, let's go over, because, you know, I was looking at last night. This is the Hang Seng, man. You know, did you see it? The night before, folks, okay, it was 5 billion shares. And this is what I had to get my head wrapped around. Okay, thank God. So we tested it last night. Okay, so the Hang Seng, what happened...
They tested both sides, though.
It tested both sides. But, you know, like that one there, if you want to see something, folks, that is a heads up that really is not talking. I always talk about markets are always talking and squawking, right?
Yeah.
The prior night, because we had the $5 billion, it's like, okay, what are you doing? Are you going into the swing high, which it really, was, versus the swing low?
Yeah.
Now, what it did, it got over there last night with lighter volume and closed into it, but it's like, it's almost still saying it wants to test that, where that downdraft came from.
Well, what's the volume on the April 13th candle? So you've got, because that high is what, 20?
April 13th is $2 billion.
$2 billion versus what did you do last night?
Well, last night was 1.4. Okay. And then the prior night, though, see, when you see, that prior night, that's the anomaly inside it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, let me just go to Shanghai for a second. So Shanghai, oh my God, yeah, this is toast. Shanghai was down almost 1% last night. So Shanghai, she's going to, let me see. If this is another ABC down, it'd be bizarre. It's going to be close. We'll see. Shanghai's going to go for the lows out there of 22, but their low out there is 21.21.
Yeah.
It goes after that thing, man. Let me tell you, folks, it's curtains. Because you got the IBEX in Spain. The IBEX in Spain, bottom line is already down there. And by the way, folks, you don't want to be shot in the IBEX. I got an email last night. Someone wanted to shot the IBEX. The IBEX,
not afterwards.
It's already got destroyed, folks. Right. You want to shot counter trend bounces. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's go to Don in Tampa. Hey, Don, what's going on?
Hey, y'all. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
You mentioned the small caps a while ago, and I started looking at that, and then I started looking at the TZA.
Yep.
And I wonder if I shouldn't start buying that thing.
You should stop buying it right here, right now.
Okay, then.
That's what it's. So you look at the TZA, folks, and this is where you want to sell right into. I sold right into them this morning. Bottom line is that what you're doing, the TZA is going into the gap at 1878. You're at 1881 right now. That gap has 1.5 million. The first time it came down on 1.5. Second time, which was 950, was 850,000. And right now we're coming into it with nothing. So you're getting a third test. Yeah, you want to be all over it, man. And all you're going to do, you don't have to give. The sweet thing about putting a trade on right here is you have to give it hardly nothing. There's no reason to give this any juice, any breathing room. Okay.
Around 1850 or so.
I'm sorry.
Around 1850 or so.
No, it needs more than 1850. This is a double,
triple.
Triple. Yeah, you need more than 30 cents. Yeah, that's pretty good though. I don't blame you. Listen, it's all perception. What is nothing? So let's watch the other side of this. What do you think you're going for here on the upside?
Let me look at this. I haven't got it on a daily yet.
That's all right. Okay, so you're at 1881. It wants to test the 2088, but it's possible it's an ABC structure up to $23.
Right.
So you're talking $4.50. So what I would do is that if we go to the other side of this and we take a look at it and say, okay, you're at 1883. What I normally just try to do, especially what you're doing here, folks, if you do this, you're going into this as a day trade, and if it works, great, you're going to keep it. If it doesn't work, you're going to get stopped out. If it works, it's going to be a rejection of price. You're going to see it in the next 20, 30 minutes. The thing's going to want to turn around. The bar, the high of that bar is 1852 on the 4th. You see the volume inside that?
Yeah.
I would put the stop, I don't know, 1844 or something, 1840. You don't have to give it a lot. Because it should stop right here, man.
Okay, well, we're not that far apart then.
No, we're not.
Okay.
Okay, man.
Thanks a lot.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. It's amazing that once markets really start, and we haven't had a two-sided market for a long time.
Right.
When they start, folks, well, I think they're exciting. Because what you see is that you see they're faster, number one, and they bounce higher. They take off lower, and everything basically is, well, to me it's in harmony. But that's all perception, isn't it?
Yeah. It is. So, you're talking about the TZA.
Oh, good, yes.
So the average daily range on it's 87 cents.
Okay.
All right. So what you can also do is you can take a look at what it's actually done today.
Well, that's good.
Okay, so
that's
TZA,
83 already.
Yeah.
84 already.
So you've been from a high of 1917 down to a low of 1872. So
right.
you've already had what?
That's 90 cents.
No, because the low about 28, 38, about 45 cents. So about 45 cents so far. So maybe 40 cents lower. I was actually paying attention to the call.
Okay.
So right around 18.30 range. Is that where did you park your stock?
Yeah, 18.40. So
okay, so it's actually that kind of works.
Yeah,
that
let me ask you something. I just want to get this straight in my head. See, so when you get in the average daily range, you're taking the range from when it opens today?
In this case here, we're taking a look at the last 9 days because we're still dealing with Good Friday, still dealing with a holiday when the market was closed. And when I'm taking a look at the range, I'm going from the high to the low, but I'm also accounting for any gaps.
Okay.
So inside the TZA,
like
in the last 9 days, you had a gap. Now, I'm not taking a look at today's action. I'm taking a look at yesterday and yesterday in the last 9 days.
Right. Okay.
And so you've had the highest range that you've had in the last 9 trading sessions happened to be on April 10th, the $1.47.
Okay.
The lowest on the range happened to be on April the 5th, it looks like.
Okay.
Had 40 cents.
Right.
So all I'm doing is just doing a straight mathematical. I'm accounting for gaps, though.
No, I'm with you.
I'm actually accounting for gaps and taking a look at the daily candles.
Okay.
And what that says is that just an average range is going to be 87 cents. Just normal movement. That would be just normal breathing.
No, I'm with you. Exactly.
And just take a look at the last 9 days.
So this is going to get wild right now. We're talking about the small caps. You get the IWM. Now, it's going after the 87, which is the bar at 6 million. And we're at, let's see, how many million? We're at, it's not going to make it. It's going to take it. So watch how this works, folks. You're going after 6 million with 1 million. Now, it's crucial, meaning that this bar closes over 80.87, which is at 80.889. Then it's saying, okay, you can get over that bar. But bottom line is that you are at 1.5 versus 6.9. So I like that setup. This next bar is going to start any second, but that next bar is going to be really crucial because we're talking about 2 pennies, and they got the price spread.
Yes, that's right. They did get the price spread, yeah. Steve
Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, we get the Dow up 131, Nasdaq's up 37, S&Ps are up 13. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakouts gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investor investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Folks, turns out my best student became my best teacher. Steve Rhodes absolutely raised my standards, and I'll guarantee he'll raise yours.
Thanks, Tom. What I've learned is that if you want more, you must become more, and that transformation, folks, that occurs the moment you decide to become a master. Now, the quickest way to mastery is through immersion, and for 2 solid days in Denver, Boston, and Tampa, I'll create a new standard of wealth for those few trader investors who have a burning desire to succeed. At my Master Trader course, I'll teach you how to create the ultimate money machine. These are the best-kept secrets in the business. Roadblocks, folks. Dabblers give up when they first appear. Stressors last just a little bit longer, but masters expect roadblocks and achieve extraordinary results when they bust right through them. I have all the benefit of knowing the type of wealth creation that I can generate for you. You don't. That's why I'm making this unconditional money-back guarantee. If for any reason you're not satisfied with my Master Trader course, I'll refund every penny. That's right. I take all the risk, and you get all the benefit. Go to the homepage at tfnn.com and sign up today.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow up 128. NASDAQ up 36. S&Ps are up 13. And on that small cap, that IWM, folks, it's playing with that 80.87. It's 80.88 right now, and that's the number. Because the bottom line is that it's into that bar, and it doesn't have the juice. Now it's got to basically close underneath it in the next 10 minutes. Now, if we come over, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, folks, okay, this is a perfect time to do it. We'll put 25,000 funny money into your account, and you can see how these babies work. Now, if you go over to TFNN, you can see the Nadex platform. Well, you see the Nadex banner. You hit the banner.
Yes.
And what ends up happening, folks, is that what I'm going to do right now is just say yes or no. And I'm going to go into the small caps. And if you're watching this, what I'm doing, I'm saying to myself, okay, into the small caps, the Russell 2000 right now. This would be a close at 415. So Russell 2000 is 807. And if I say that, okay, if I want to close under 804, what is it saying? I'm going to sell one, and I'm going to sell that at, I'll do 69. I'll split the bid and offer, and that's saying I'm risking $31 to make $69.
And that's for a close below.
That's for a close below 804 at 415.
Okay.
You know, so if we pull that up right now, we're at 807.70. Now watch on the other side of that when you're doing something.
Looking at the future.
Yes, it's the future. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay.
So what does happen is that when we're doing that, you have to basically say, okay, what are you looking at? Well, what I'm looking at specifically, the benchmark. I'll use the IWM right for now because the benchmark right there is 80.87.
Yeah.
6.9 million. And what we did is that last bar that had the price spread only did 1.5 million. Now, what you have here, now this is what's really cool. What you have here is that the next bar is even going to have lighter volume, but you still have we're still
dealing with the price.
Big time.
Yeah.
That 80.87 is the number. Because the longer they would stay over it, then, hey, maybe we'll get some juice. My take is that what's going to happen is that there's two different areas that you can shoot for. You can shoot for 79.60. That's the first one. The larger, now that's on just a day trading basis. On a daily basis, what you're looking at is, which sticking out like a sore thumb, is the 78.14. Because you get 78.14, high volume from the 10th.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know, and that's like, okay, it wants to test that, but it very well could be an ABC structure on the way down, too.
Yeah, and it's going to need some real energy to get back below there.
Oh, yeah, no, it is.
I mean, you had some good volume on that.
Right.
So
it absolutely,
101 million shares.
It absolutely needs energy.
And came in with, because it came into that 80 million share area from March the 6th. Came in there with volume, so it's going to be tested.
Right. Now here, we're talking about Apple, right? Now what you have with Apple, folks, okay, the bottom line is that you're going to be able to take a bite out of Apple. Because this is what you have. You actually are going to have a lower low with volume coming in. And, what you have out here now is this. Apple's up $14. But you know what it did? It got to a lower low. So it's going to have a low volume with a bounce. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
And this is a first, And, I suspect that, let's see, we can bounce. This can bounce up to...
Now,
look at this. It can bounce up to 622.
Now, let's say today, because what Apple did was it tested the bottom of the gap from March 14th.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Which you had 50.6 million shares.
That's right.
Let's say volume starts to really die on this thing, closes here. So it tested that gap. What's that telling you? On less than the 50 million shares.
That would tell me it can go test 626.
Okay, so it could go back up. Okay, in the 626
is the low of the high.
Okay.
That's the low of the high.
Yeah.
What I expect you'll have,
and once you get up there, you want it to test that area on less than 31 million shares, which was the volume at that swing point.
That's right.
Okay.
What I really like about Apple right now, meaning to sell a shot, is that when you look at Apple, what would end up happening, people say, hey...
You've just been waiting to sell that thing.
I have.
Short, waiting for it to finally break a long swing point on the way down.
And the way to do it, folks, is in the option market with a spread. I mean, that's the way to do it.
Just so you get defined risk.
Yeah. But when you take a look at it, what ends up happening is that if we end the day up, what will end up happening is that many folks will say, hey, that went up with volume. Well, it didn't.
Yeah.
To me,
because it made a lower low with volume.
Exactly. And that's what you need in the marketplace. That's what's nice in the market. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what you need in the marketplace.
But what's cool, though, is you'd also recognize, so if it closes the gap, not closes the gap. Okay.
But it's going to have more volume than that.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but it's going to have more than 50 million today.
Just because you're already 13 million.
You're 13 million, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean... that's saying to me you're going to have more volume.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, we want to hear from you. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Come right back.
You've heard Tom O'Brien on the air, and you've always thought about trying out his newsletter, Market Insights. Well, now is the perfect time. For a limited time only, when you sign up for a 2-week free trial to Market Insights, we'll send you a free copy of Tom O'Brien's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System. If you decide to cancel within the 2-week trial period, pay absolutely nothing and keep Tom's book as a free gift from us. Tom sends out his daily newsletter each morning by 9:30 a.m. with trade recommendations, including price targets and price stops. As recently as March 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out a position for more than a 25% profit in just over 2 weeks. To get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights, along with your free copy of The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, visit the front page of tfnn.com. Supplies are limited for this one-of-a-kind special, so act today and don't let this opportunity pass you by. Offer only valid for new subscribers. In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to tfnn.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
In the world of financial markets, there's a new player in town with an exciting new way to trade the markets. Nadex now offers binary options as well as bull spreads in a wide range of indices along with commodity and forex markets. With as little as $100, you can gain access to a new way to trade global financial markets while guaranteeing that your risk will always be capped. Nadex allows you to multiply your trading opportunities in ways never imagined before and access markets you once thought were out of reach. With short-term trading opportunities available, including binary options expiring each hour the market is open, Nadex allows you to take advantage of a variety of market conditions regardless of volatility or market direction. Now is the time to take advantage of this exciting new market. Don't let this trading opportunity pass you by. Open your account today by clicking on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Nadex, a better way to trade.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We get the Dow right now up 135. Nasdaq's up 36. S&Ps are up 13. And, we'll see where this small cap shakes and bakes, but she hasn't been able to hold up there. We only get 5 pennies. What I'd be looking for now is an acceleration down. 93 degrees yesterday up in Boston.
Hey, and they won the hockey game.
I know. I know, man.
4-3. I think it was 4-3 was the final score.
Yeah,
of the game.
The Red Sox lost yesterday, but
yeah,
it's all right. They beat the Rays 3 times, thank God. Yeah. I've had a bet, folks, 2 years in a row between one of my buddies down here, and he's beat me both years on the Rays because the Rays have beat the Red Sox.
Yeah, well, it'd be beautiful if there was I'm going to be up there on the 27th and 28th, I believe it is.
Yes.
That's the Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
For the Master Trader Series. So it'd be great if there also happened to be a Stanley Cup game going on.
Wow.
For after.
Wouldn't that be intense?
Yeah, that would be beautiful.
That's huge, man. Huge.
But it's got to be exciting up there. And it's been a heck of a good series, so far.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of fighting going on.
Is there? Well, I got okay.
Man.
Okay.
These guys are willing to drop gloves. Now, we're talking all the teams.
Yeah.
They're just... Tempers
they're all big dudes, too, man.
You knew it was hot yesterday. Tempers were hot.
They're big dudes. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
You know what's amazing?
With sticks, with weapons.
Yeah, I know. Well, what is amazing is that over the years, these athletes, it's a different athlete now. You know what I mean? It's just different builds, much stronger.
Oh, totally.
Much stronger.
Yeah. Well, you're just simply you're playing year round.
Yes.
And you're and just all the science, all the health, and if you want to play professional sports, you've got to be better than you're talking about 0.000 whatever % of athletes that are out there. So you got to stay on top of your game.
Oh, big time. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to pull up a picture right now for you, folks. Wait till you see this. This is so cool. Now, my uncle, my cousins brought my uncle. You're going to love this, folks. Okay, inside our family, I think we have about, I don't know, we got at least 7 or 8 Tom O'Briens.
That's great.
Exactly. And the reason being is that my grandmother had 13 children. And what you're looking at, this is my Uncle Tommy.
Yeah.
And I think he's about 80 or 82, maybe, around there.
Yeah.
Well, this picture that you're looking at here, folks, okay, that is the World Championship trophy.
For sure.
So what his children did, listen to this, this is amazing. What his children did it was his birthday. they got a suite. That's at the Fenway Park this past Sunday.
Okay.
They got a full suite.
Yeah.
Right? And the way it works, there's some kind of a program that they do. They get a full suite. They escort them all up there, right?
Yeah.
You know, wine and dine them. They bring in the trophy. He has the trophy the whole time when he's in there. Isn't that so cool?
Yeah. That's a nice way to celebrate.
He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. Yeah,
I think he's. I don't think he can get a smile on him. I think he's going ear to ear.
I know. I said to my cousin John, I said, "Was he crying?" He says, "No, he wasn't crying." But you can see it. I mean, he's so happy. Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
what a great present, though.
He's got a grip on that too.
He does.
That thing's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, unbelievable. Isn't that cool?
That is. You know, that's always the cool thing about the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Also, is that the players take it, for a day, and they go from town to town and wherever it is that they want to go with, and so that's also another cool tradition.
Big time, huge, no doubt about it. Yeah. No doubt about it. I know. You gotta love it.
Been great games out there.
Yeah.
I tell you, Philadelphia has really played well. They got Pittsburgh totally on the ropes.
Right.
3-0. They play. I think Game 4 is probably tonight.
Yeah.
Now, if any team can come back to win a 7-game series, and Pittsburgh has done it in the past.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a pretty tough thing to do. I mean, absolutely tough. You got to get through Game 1. But Philly has looked really strong.
No.
And you talk about those guys fights breaking out all over the place.
Do you remember those guys always had fighters too? I forget the guy's name that played for Philly. Man, he was it Schultz? I mean, there was something.
Yeah, I think so.
He was mean Joe Green. Totally.
Yeah. No, it is great.
Okay, so let's go over to Europe. Let's take a look at Europe. The footsie, we take a look at the footsie. Footsie is up $76 right now, 57.42. And this is a heads up. We'll see whether it can stay over that 57.23.
Yeah.
Because if it does, then that puts game into quite a bounce. That's 58.90.
And the DAX actually is stronger than the footsie. And when I say stronger than the footsie, I'm just simply coming back and taking a look at the March 7th. In their case, for us it was March 6th. For them it's March 7th, okay, when they put in the low.
Right.
And if you take a look at the DAX, actually trading up above that level. If you take a look at the footsie, trading down below.
That's right.
That March 7th. So it's kind of it's an interesting dynamic, going on over there.
No, it's huge. And the DAX hasn't got back inside that October 27th, 28th the time frame.
Yeah.
That time frame, folks, is the number. And what's really cool, folks, okay, there's certain times in the marketplace that you can learn a huge amount how markets move. And this is one of them.
Oh, for sure.
And it's because we have those different benchmarks, folks, and one indice has got inside it, another hasn't. You can see that, divergence.
Yes.
Well, it's divergence right now, okay? We'll see how it shakes out. But if you are going to do some studying, now's the time to basically take some time and watch how this market moves, okay?
It also helps you understand how you can go from weak hands to strong hands.
Oh, big time.
And then vice versa.
Big time.
Because when we take a look at the, at the real demolition that's been done over the last couple of days, okay, it was from the strong hands. Right?
Yes.
It was going from the strong hands. Take a look at the NDX 100.
Oh, man.
And so that's where the real destruction has taken place.
They're laying this thing off like beyond belief. And when I say laying it off, folks, people are going to, it's a shame. It blows my mind, and it really is. It's the thing that, and I've talked about this before, what I don't quite get is why folks think that you go up forever.
Markets go one way, yeah.
Yeah, I don't get that. I just don't get it. It's like, and I think it has to do with, just doing so many different deals in my lifetime. It's like, hold it, it's always not one way. That's unrealistic.
Sure.
But anyway, it's.
Everything retraces. I mean, it's just you start applying it back to your life.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah. No, exactly.
And what that means, folks, is that you're going to make sure that you have your money management in place. That's the bottom line.
Right. Yeah.
Because
just some stop in place.
Yeah. So you're always in the game
somewhere. Yeah.
Right. And that doesn't matter whether you're doing the market, you're doing a different business deal, no matter what that is. Okay.
No, absolutely. So yesterday, so you got the market up, today 135 points. Yesterday we had as the market was down, you had and just take a look at the IBD 50.
Right.
You had the majority of them were down. this morning you've only got 2, 4, 6, 8, about 10 of the 50. So, are down. So you've got 80% of the IBD. Now, quite a few of them are only up a penny or 2 pennies or 6 cents or 8 cents. So that's not saying a lot. Now, the biggest one on the way down is Panera Bread. So you got Panera Bread, Buffalo Wild Wings, the largest dollar-wise on the way down. And on the way up, well, of course, you got Apple, Priceline, MasterCard, CF Industries being the strength on the way up.
Right. Now look at Panera for a second, folks, okay? This is a classic that you can study. And this is what it is. You've been at highs for 6 months.
Yeah.
That's distribution in spades.
Yeah, when you take a look at the bottom of that, yeah.
All you have to do is this, folks. It always warns you, okay? The last time we had volume in the stock was $138. Yes. That goes back to the 26th of October. Your first big sell was from 158 to 147. That gives you the heads up that, okay, you got a seller in there.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, it's starting to head south today. Now, the amazing part is that when you're talking about bringing it back, you're going to see Panera probably not only trade down to 138, but let me see when their numbers are coming out, because this is a classic that it could gap down. Aftermarket, the 24th. Okay, so they come out with the 24th. Okay. But that's a really good heads up, and that's a beautiful one to see. The reason I like this one so much is that it's really subtle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's not a bad-looking chart.
Right. Okay? Well, until you start putting the volume piece of it.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like, oh, really?
You got a bunch of narrow bars.
You get a big operator that wants to get out. Now, so watch this. We bring this across the other side. Now, if you want to see something that's amazing, what you're looking at now, folks, is the mutual fund, the largest ownership. Let me tell you something. On this largest ownership, the top, the top 7 are selling. Okay? Out of the top 11, 10 of them are selling. Out of the top 18, 15 are selling. Yeah. This is a disaster waiting to happen, folks. Okay? What happens with these big funds, they don't sell once. When we get it March, April 45 days. So May 15th would be the next one.
Yeah, and look, that's as of December 31st.
That's my point.
On February 8th,
right,
when it went down with 3.5 million shares, its largest volume day out there, some of those guys were selling.
Oh, big time. Big time. And, right at the very top, let me tell you, Fidelity own 6.7% of it. They had already sold 391,000. They're getting out of town, man.
Yeah.
And when Fidelity's getting out of town, folks, let me tell you something. You want to be carrying their bags. You want to be going out of town with them. No, seriously, man. You want to be going out of town, Fidelity. You don't want to be on the other side of Fidelity. I mean, they're just so huge.
Well, you need to just take a look at, look at their run up. Going back to
huge money.
$40 to 159. So
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huge money, no doubt about it. Oh, we're making a charge here. We're making the charge. My little small caps. It's not only over that price. It's over that price with it doesn't have the juice, but it's over it pretty good. Over it by 10 cents right now. That number is a big number. Let's see if that spike. It just spiked it. So we'll see whether it can hang up there. Let's go to Dan in New Jersey. Hey, Dan, what's going on?
Hey, guys. I was checking out JOE. I don't want to get in it here, but if this pulls back, I wanted to see what you think about like 13 and change, if it might get back there.
Let's take a look. This is the St. Joe Company. Now, folks, this is one of the largest owners of land in the United States. The low is $12. The high is $26. And okay, so what you've done is this. There's the first sign of strength. $13 off the bottom. I see what he's looking at. That's in November 8th. Okay, so let me bring this back a little bit further. We'll put it on a weekly. Let's put this on a weekly. Okay, so if you want to see something that a few of these folks, well, there's enough, but this company here should have known better. And the whole real estate run-up, they basically got too greedy, and they wanted more out of everything that they had. and they didn't get it, folks. So they were too late to the party, which is pretty insane. You know, on a weekly, man, on a daily, Dan, I like what it looks like, okay? But on a weekly, there's nothing here, man. There's just nothing here. Let me just put this back.
See, you got a pretty large downdraft, even on the daily, just simply going back to the October 2010 area, which is a big supply line.
Right.
And the low on that is 1956.
Yeah.
And so that's like the max that you're going to get out of this thing.
Yeah.
You know, which is where it got stopped dead in its tracks last time. It got up to a high in March 2012 here. Got up to $20.
Right. Right.
And then gave it up. So the supply line is...
It's just not there. If you want to get... Let me pull up, see what Lennar's doing. You know, a much stronger one is Lennar. I mean, you know, St. Joe, the reality is that, yeah, it should be a decent company, but you know what? They just don't have it together.
I've been looking at Lowe's, too, but, man, this thing just will not pull back.
Yeah, it will, though. No,
not recent, yeah.
No, I'm with you. Keep your eye on Lowe's, on Home Depot, on Lennar. They're the strongest ones out there inside that housing business. And it's huge, too. It's not small. They're strong like ox, man.
That's it, brother.
Okay, man.
Thanks.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. Look at this. Look at the Dow. So the Dow is talking and walking. We got 140 on the Dow. Let me look at the diamonds here just for a second. So we're going into... Oh, look at this. This is going to be kind of pretty. Now, what is she trying to do? Right there. So she's at 130.51 and 130.79 was the high. That was the first gap off the high. And it looks like she's going to do the volume there, though. We're only at 1049, and it needs 10 million. And it's at 2.4 million.
Yeah, you're going back to March. Are you going back to March 13th? Or are you going back to?
Just the April one.
Just the April one. Okay.
The April 4th.
Okay.
You know, right there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, because it came down there in 10 million.
Right.
But we'll see. We'll see. You know what it can do there. Inside the Dow. You stay right there, folks. Inside the Dow, let's see. As soon as we come back, we'll bisect and dissect inside this Dow. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, we get the Dow up 145, NASDAQ up 40, S&P's up 14. We're going to be right back, folks.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Rand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Kate Stalter on the Small Cap Roundup, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. Eastern. Up next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at the S&P, because you definitely got the Dow top line number, good decent top line number. Now, the S&P, folks, the SPY is just up filling the gap right now. Now, the same gap that I'm talking about for the small caps is what you have. That number on the SPY is 138.75. You know, 138.61. 13 million shares, and watch this. You're coming up there. Last was 2 million, and this one's going to be even shorter. So this is where you want to pay attention to what the market is doing, number one, including the S&P, versus what the Dow is doing, because they can get the top line number up.
For sure.
Isn't that wild, though?
Yeah, and they're attacking the dollar a bit, you know, since we came on the.
Oh, you got to attack the dollar.
Yeah.
So my king dollar.
It is your king dollar. Your king dollar is under attack, baby.
My king dollar has a black belt in jiu-jitsu right now.
All right, so you can defend. You can defend, right?
You got it.
Okay, good.
Bottom line, it's getting thrown around a little, but it's used to getting thrown around. Oh man, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. Okay, so here, let's go inside the Dow. What's moving this Dow? Okay, so we get the Dow 30, Coca-Cola, Hewitt Packard, CVX, and Walmart. Oh, give me a break. Let's do Coke. No doubt, out of that is a stock that does want to go higher. You know, if you take a look at Coke had the acceleration up.
Yeah.
You know, sign of strength, the whole ball of wax on the 29th. You know, Hewitt Packard, HPQ. I think that's on a downtrend. Yeah, that's definitely on a downtrend. You know, that baby has gone from $30 to 22. Got a kind of trend bounce going. I got a little strength. I know. You know what? That was 3 days ago.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, nothing heavy though, man. That's if we bring Hewitt Packard back.
Yeah.
You're talking about a disaster. Yeah. Right.
Ever since they let Mark Hurd go.
Yeah. 20. Geez, look at that. $55. Getting toasted and roasted. I mean,
I've got the financials up on the screen, the XLF.
Oh, good.
You know, and so now that's coming into, you know, where it did have that sign of strength on March 13th, but, you know, it's inside that candle right now. It just wants to, it's not, you know, it doesn't look like it's going to be able to get over it. And the high there, folks, is 1544. You're at 1541 right now, but, you know, you're talking about where it broke out 184 million shares today so far. What we are almost an hour and a half into it, it's done 18 million shares.
Right.
18 million versus...
Well, and you know what's really wild? Okay, so Goldman Sachs come out with their numbers, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, their numbers, folks, you know, basically their net fell, their trading volume went down. But when you go back, when you go inside here, you got to ask yourself why Goldman Sachs. I believe the number is 171 billion, maybe 151 billion. It's the most cash they've had in their balance sheet. And as I just said to Steve a little bit ago, my take on that is that, you know, when we went downtown, in 2000,
how much cash? Just in the cash and cash equivalents.
Yeah, it's either 151 billion or 171 billion.
What do you show for? Do you show 12/31? Because I show 56 billion.
Let me see.
Possibly for 12/31/2011.
Okay.
Which would be one heck of a lot of cash that's been raised.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not like a little.
No, like, it's huge.
Like a gargantuan amount.
Yeah, and my take on that, folks, is really that what happened in the downdraft in 2007, 2008, the banks got caught holding no money. And if you have cash, of course, you buy everything.
Yeah.
So I looked at that. I said, you know what, man? What's real possible is that it's like, well, you got to ask the question, why are they holding so much cash? And you know Goldman is as deviant as anyone. And
because they love your king dollar,
and they also have more information than anyone.
That's right. That's for sure.
You stay right there, folks. It's Tuesday.
Kate, we're going to Kate.
That's a beautiful thing. It's a small cap roundup. Get your horses out. Kate Stalter, right in the middle of Santa Fe, New Mexico. Then Victor Jones in Chicago. Out to California with Ken Shreve and back here. That's we really rounded up on a Tuesday, man.